have had in the past few days, looking at Macron and President William Ruto and their body language, I think William Ruto thought Trump was his role model, but he just found his icon in President Macron. I mean, the run with Eliud Kipchoge, how did that escape William Ruto? That is a perfect PR stunt that he didn't even think about. And when we look at the demeanor of Macron, even when he was speaking to the young people, you saw how he stood up to in a condescending manner, asking people to hush because someone was speaking. And I remember when we were in school, our teachers would, when you make noise in a class, our teachers would ask you to come to the front and say exactly what you were saying at the back. I thought that's what he would have done as a leader, and asked one of the attendees in the forum to come forward and express what it is they were trying to say from the back of the room. And what I saw from Macron is an inspiration for William Ruto, because he is described by the French people as a man who is cold-hearted. He has a personal charm. At the same time, he has an interstellar ego, and he brandishes his presidency as being he likens it to the planet Jupiter. So giving him a Jupiterian ego and bringing him to the fore. In the African continent, he believes in a top-down leadership. He takes little advice from his advisors, something we have seen before here at home, where we have William Ruto, who is only advised by Samoei, and in other occasions are advised by Ruto, in others by William. Sometimes they conflict, and that is his team or panel of advisors. And if these are the people who are coming to the young people of Kenya, this generation, an empowered generation, an educated generation, as I sit here, I can know real time what is going on in Nigeria. I can know in real time what is going on in Burkina Faso. I can know in real time what is going on in South Africa. We are a much more empowered generation. We are not in the era where we have to wait for newspapers in the morning to know what has been happening in the region. We are able to access information right from our fingertips. And I believe that the Kenyan government fears our mobile phones more than it fears missiles from Iran or elsewhere in any part of the world. And so looking at that forward summit, and like you rightfully said, you don't know which direction we were, whether we were in the wrong direction previously or which direction exactly we were facing. This is just a perfect platform to colonize the minds of the young people. Because the French and the West African relationship has been marred by a lot of geopolitical hypocrisy. You know, the French like talking about democracy, and in the backdrop, when you go to even some of these West African states, it's a sorry, sad state of affairs. When you're kept in constant wars, you have no time to develop your nation. And when we are in an era talking about peace and security, we are not talking about strengthening our military bases. These military bases are the same ones that are going to be used against young people like myself and Casmuel, I mean the former Casmuel, when we were fighting for the freedom and for the transparency and accountability of our nation. I think that this era is an era that requires more investment in energy, in education, in healthcare, not about military bases. And the West African states have seen how France has been using the narrative of countering terrorism, and that in their way gives them an avenue to penetrate into their states. That Macron says that the West African states should thank France, and these are the right people we are bringing into Kenya, a nation that we love so much, and we are working to build and cut off colonial ties, and we are welcoming them right at our doorstep. I mean, Casmuel's lookalike Tom Mboya, if he woke up today, he would be utterly disappointed by what William Ruto is doing to our country.
Okay. Tom Mboya lookalike? I just picked that up.